Oops. Alright, there we go. Alright. Let's continue. Alright, so we just got back from a flashback. And we're still on, well, at present case. We're dealing with defending the innocence of one Annie Lemon, who is suspected of murdering her grandfather. So, yeah, that's gotta see how that goes. We were on the verge of losing as Luna against Stella Ray of all people, who wants to convict one 17-year-old girl who doesn't really have the mindset for murder. But of course, we still have to prove to everyone else in court that it's that she's innocent because, well, the rest of the evidence is with Luna. I was gonna show the picture of of Annie Lemon. This we're still okay, we're still on that previous case, huh? Okay. Never mind. Well, Annie Lemon covered in blood, being witnessed by one Alex Zhang, the most irritating witness to ever cross-examine. To cross-examine because he tends to embellish a lot of shit. He tends to embellish a lot of what he says in his testimony, which makes him pretty unreliable unless you pry all that embellishment off with the straight-up truth and evidence. But anyway. It's been a few hours since the recess. I wonder whether Luna is fine now. Luna, are you back? Are you okay?
Chief, I am not using your computer to watch shows, I swear.
Looks like she's fully recovered. Oh yeah, she fainted it last time. I think. Yeah, she fainted. Wait, did she faint? Yeah, she did faint. Yeah, during the trial.
I'm fine now. Sorry to have worried you.
So, why did you faint this morning? Did you skip breakfast?
How could that be? There's a mountain of snacks in the office.
So you know it.
It's just, I suddenly remembered a lot of things and my brain had a short circuit.
Remembered? A lot of things?
Yeah, about the kidnapping 5 years ago at the Foxtail Mine Park, and the case where Detective Stone was shot. And of course, everything about incident number 761. The impact of that incident was just too huge. Over these years, I've been trying not to dwell on it. When I fainted, it was like I was dreaming, and all those sealed memories came flooding back.
When you decide to forget something, it's already deeply ingrained in your mind.
Really?
When you joined the office at the beginning of the year, you told me you had something that must be done. I kept you here because we had the same goal, remember?
Of course, I just wanted to shake off the past and to be a little happier.
If the past is weighing on you, trying to forget won't make it better. Sometimes it's better to confront it than avoid it. Besides, keeping those memories alive is the best way to honor the departed.
I see. Chief, you are much wiser than me.
Yeah, I know, I fucking whooped your ass in court that one time.
I'll definitely pull myself together. Thank you, Chief.
So, what's your plan next?
Well, about Annie's case, I'm a bit...
Feeling overwhelmed and not up to the task?
Yeah, though, I really want to save Annie on my own. It's not the time for bravado. You have more information on Skyshield far better than I do, and there are too many doubts related to the case. It's like stepping into a high-level dungeon with newbie gear, you know?
I have no idea what you're referring to, but sometimes stepping back takes courage too. Let me handle this case from here. Just make sure the supporting work is done well.
Wow, thank you. You can count on me for the assistant stuff. Let's start with booking tonight's dinner.
Do something more important, okay? Fucking hell.
Right. Do we just move?
There's no option to move, so I guess we just talk. Or just look at the... Or just look around. Actually, let's just look around. Are those snack crumbs on the sofa? Wait, there are ants running!
Ah! It's my jelly! I rushed straight out of the office the moment I heard of Andy's arrest and didn't have time to tidy up. Chief, give me 10 minutes. I'll clean it up right away.
Well, what a forgetful girl.
Chief, the office's computer hasn't been upgraded for ages, right?
Huh? It was just upgraded, wasn't it? I spent ages fiddling with it, but failed, so I asked Alter Lemon for remote assistance.
No, not software. I mean hardware. Hardware, Chief. How can a computer go 3 years without being replaced?
Huh? Is it necessary? It's been working fine for me.
Of course it's necessary. Just the other day I was enjoying a show when the screen went black out of nowhere. I only had 3 games, 5 videos, and 20 browser tabs open. How could I not respond?
I think the problem's not with the hardware at all. The ceiling needs cleaning. I noticed it last time.
Chief.
What's wrong?
The light.
Light? Ah, one light's out, right? I forgot again.
I told you so many times, even before Annie arrived. Chief, your procrastination is a problem. It needs treatment.
Well. When I get busy, I forget these little things. It's near the end of the year. Once this case is done, and we take Annie back, let's clean up together, okay?
Yeah, let's do that.
As expected, the coffee table is the same as before. It's just the same as before. Luna, come over and tidy this up.
Ah, but Chief, don't you think leaving it like this has a unique charm?
Huh? Where's the charm?
Chief, look in the mirror. How perfect. The shabby Chief and the chaotic table. A match made in heaven.
Don't make excuses for your laziness. Where did you learn that from?
It's from you, Chief.
Can you be more straightforward? The wall is a bit dirty. Time to give it a paint.
By the way, Chief, it wasn't until Plum asked me yesterday that I started to wonder. What's the story behind this price negotiable face-to-face? When clients see it, they're already face-to-face with you. So what's the point of face-to-face?
It makes sense. But actually, the sign was written by Chief Thomas.
Huh? You mean that lion-looking man?
Yes. I remember he just picked these characters from a calligraphy book and copied them down without thinking about the meaning.
That was really casual.
That was just a style. The windproof goggles around my neck, as well as the piece of calligraphy, will probably become heirlooms for our office. Looking out from the window, you can see the building opposite. I remember Luna said it's a restaurant.
Lobster. The spicy lobster is the best.
What are you mumbling about?
I'm saying after the case, let's take Annie to the restaurant opposite and have a celebration.
Well, the verdict of innocence hasn't been reached, and you're already thinking about a celebration.
Hey, this is to boost morale.
It's more like to satisfy your stomach.
It's pretty much the same.
I bought this potted plant from the flower market, and even gave it a pretty good name.
Chief, why did you name this potted plant Tai Chi, buddy?
Well, you know, many people like to give fancy names to plants, like Tom or something. I'm not into that kind of royal thing, so I decided to raise a plant with a name that's both cultural and easygoing.
I see. Alright, then what would you name the tank model on the shelf?
Huh? Let me see. Let me think. How about Universal Chaos Tank?
If you have kids, please let their mom handle the naming, okay?
Huh?
Don't ask why.
On the shelf there's a ton of books that I hardly touch for a few... Oh, wait. On the shelf there is a ton of books that I hardly touch, and a few of my treasures. Oh, it seems like there's a bit of dust on the tank model. I'll give it a wipe.
There's a lot of dust on the books too. By the way, Chief, where are the several novels on the second to last shelf come from?
Oh, a friend showed them at me not long ago. He said, as a lawyer, I absolutely cannot miss those detective novels. But I'm no detective, so they've just been sitting there untouched.
Seriously? They're really faithful readers of Plum's books.
What are you mumbling about?
Nothing?
But on closer look, the book's titles are really weird. Maybe I should give one a read sometime.
They're all Plum's books. Oh wow, that's funny.
Time flies. It's been years since we've known each other.
You sound like an old man. Chief, you're not getting dementia, are you?
Not at all. My memory's sharp. Like how you performed in court back then. It's still fresh in my mind.
Whoa, can't you just let that go?
What'd you say? In the courtroom I only stand with justice and truth?
Nah, stop it. It's embarrassing to think about my cringy face back then.
Really? I thought you were proud of it.
No way. Every time I think about the trial 5 years ago, I feel ridiculously childish. It's my first court appearance. I was so nervous that I tried to act tough and intimidating. But it turned out, without Mr. Schubert's help, I would have just been a scaredy cat pretending to be tough. In this aspect, I can never match up to Sis.
I thought if you kept going like that, you'd turn into Stella Ray 2.0.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Anyway, when you showed up at the office this year, I was really surprised.
Well, I was a bit bold indeed. But after 4 years of studying abroad, I don't really know anyone here. I couldn't let go of the incident from back then, but Sis strongly opposed it. She told me, if you don't give up the case, then give up being a prosecutor.
And then you actually handed over your prosecutor badge and came to me impulsively.
Exactly. Despite our friction in court back then, we're in the same boat, right? Dude, big thanks for putting aside our past and giving me a shelter.
Dude, show some respect, okay?
Although I became a lawyer to rebel against Sis to some extent, the cases I've taken on over the past 6 months gave me a sense of achievement in helping others. Maybe I stumbled upon my true calling in life.
Don't mention that to your sister, or she'll definitely tear me to shreds.
Got loud and clear.
Speaking of which, the Procuratorate must have been involved in the closure report of incident number 761. Given her consideration of protecting your sister, it's understandable that Prosecutor Ray wouldn't want Luna to step in. But given Prosecutor Ray's nature of relentlessly pursuing the truth and adhering to her own self-sense of justice, how would she feel about that report?
Oh, by the way, thank you, Chief. Without you, we would have lost Annie's case.
You better thank yourself. If you hadn't sent me a message in advance, I wouldn't have been able to arrive on time.
Huh? Is that so? And I was quite foresighted. Suddenly I feel a bit proud of myself.
Hey, you made me want to take my words back. The time left today will surely be spent on investigation. Let's start by sorting out what we have so far.
Yes, Your Honor.
Firstly, the prosecution still holds direct eyewitness intelligence, as well as a photo taken by him.
Don't worry about this photo. I'm sure Annie wasn't committing the crime in it.
Well, you're quite optimistic. Do you have any evidence to back that up?
Well...
Also, the photo clearly shows Annie had directly touched the weapon. But there were no fingerprints found on the dagger.
Sis was suggesting that Annie wiped the handle to erase traces, but she wouldn't do that. So whoever wiped off the fingerprints must be the real murderer.
Is that so? I don't think it's that simple. If Annie wasn't the murderer, then she must have only touched the weapon after the murder. If fingerprints left on the handle belong to someone else, the real murderer should be pleased. So why wipe them off?
Well, I can't quite figure that out either.
Besides the eyewitness, you also question the mine owner and the celebrity. Their testimonies reveal quite a bit of important information.
Yes, we'll go back to the mine later, and we should be able to meet Mr. McCon again. As for Nabuki, finding her will depend on luck.
By the way, how's Annie doing? Is there a chance she'll recover her memory soon?
Well, it's hard to say. Her mood is improving gradually, but there's been no progress in her memory. I think she might be subconsciously suppressing her memories, just like I used to.
In that case, we'll have to infer her actions through indirect clues. Captured by Alex Jean in the abandoned area as well as by the surveillance camera when returning to the surface via the cage, and caught by the police shortly after leaving the park. At present, we can only confirm 3 points of Annie's movements. The most troublesome issue is her time of entering the mine.
Oh, by the way, any updates on the fingerprint that Detective Sanford brought?
I've been busy organizing documents at the courthouse since you faded. I haven't had a chance to follow up. Detective Sanford might show up at the scene. Let's ask her when we meet.
Okay, that fingerprint could be the ace in our hole to prove the presence of a third person at the scene.
So the third person is the guy who left the fingerprint on the chain, right?
Exactly. I think this person might be the same one as Nabuki saw in the mirror.
You mean the figure holding a knife in the right hand?
Yes, that guy must be the murderer, right?
Though we don't know his identity yet, he's definitely a major suspect. However, like Annie, his time and method of entering the mine remain a mystery. When you were at the scene yesterday, did you try to jump onto the bucket?
If I did, you wouldn't see me today.
Just kidding. The shaft lacks oxygen. And is filled with toxic gas, and it takes a full 15 minutes one way. It's not something you can just endure by just holding your breath. Is there any way to safely ride the bucket down the mine?
Chief, did you see the 2 cards Sky Shield sent?
Of course. One is a warning letter sent to the police, and the other is a threatening letter sent to the victim.
Yeah, anything connected to that name tends to be upsetting.
What role exactly does Sky Shield play in this case?
This warning letter threatens to plunge the city into the abyss on Christmas Eve. Though the specifics aren't clear, they're definitely planning something terrible.
Actually, I've been curious. Why Christmas Eve?
I'm confused too. Is it because 24 is the lucky number?
December 24th. Isn't that tomorrow?
What? Yeah. Why did I realize that? So Christmas Day is the day after tomorrow.
That's not the point.
Tomorrow night, something big's going to happen. What should we do?
We're lawyers, not police. Let Detective Sanford handle this matter. What concerns me is this grudge from 5 years ago.
5 years ago? Did our country's police launch any crackdown on Sky Shield?
Routine crackdowns have never ceased, but if it's a grudge, 5 years ago, the only significant loss suffered by Sky Shield was incident number 761.
Huh? But that doesn't make sense. Our losses were clearly greater in that incident.
Indeed. Cerberus, the third-ranking head of Sky Shield, was killed in that incident. But the deceased Detective Stone, Chief Thomas, and Prosecutor Schubert were all important figures in our country's judiciary. How far does Sky Shield intend to take this so-called revenge? The threatening letter. Was it really addressed to the village chief?
I'm not sure, but since it was found on him, logically it should be meant for him.
He's just a village chief in a remote mountain village, old and weak. What's the point for Sky Shield to take trouble to threatening him?
Let me think. Could the village chief have been a member of Sky Shield when he was young?
Huh?
Maybe he was a big shot in the underworld when he was younger, and later he was invited to become a key member of Sky Shield. After he learned some secrets of the organization, he escaped on his own and therefore being targeted?
What on earth are you saying?
It's just a possibility. Many TV drama plots are like this.
Well. I admire your imagination, but the scenarios you're describing are impossible. Back when the case of the Italian Elio Giordano happened, I thoroughly investigated the village chief's background.
Huh? Did you find anything?
He spent his entire life in the village, either tending to lemon trees or managing the village every day, and he became frail and unwell over 10 years ago, long before Sky Shield was even formed.
I see. Wait, then how do we explain this?
This is the souvenir handkerchief from the 39th Universal Games.
Yes, Sis argued in court that the village chief got it when he went to see the games. If it was already in poor health 10 years ago, There was no way you could have gone to the games 5 years ago.
Indeed. And when he was killed, he was holding onto this handkerchief tightly. Could he have been trying to send a message with it?
Was the murderer the organizer of that Universal Games?
You're jumping to quite a big conclusion there, aren't you? The meaning of the handkerchief might be more complicated than we think. Alright, we've finally gotten through the case. Shall we go now?
Absolutely. Today we need to investigate the Foxtail Mine Park thoroughly.
Sure. Leaving unnecessary evidence at the office for now.
Some of the useless evidence was left behind in the office.
Got it, but before that, there's one more place we need to visit.
I know, the detention center, right?
Exactly. After getting through it the first day, we need to see Annie as soon as possible.
Yes, it would be better if her memory could recover a bit.
To the detention center. Do-do-do-do-do. December 23rd, 3:06 p.m. Detention Center.
Sistina, you're here, and Chief.
How are ya? Everything okay?
Yeah, just like yesterday. I'm already used to being here. Both of you are here, but I can't even make tea for you. Never mind. When you're out, you can make tea for us all day long. Sure, I will.
That will be too much.
By the way, Sistina, are you okay now? Oh, so you saw me faint too. My brain had a short circuit. It's nothing serious. Oh, just as usual then. That's a relief. As usual? Does my brain often have a short circuit?
Well, well. Looks like Annie has recovered her mood today. Alright, Annie, let's cut to the chase. You know why we came here, right?
Yes, you must have a lot of questions. Although I might not be of much help. I'll try my best.
By the way, Annie, it's been quite a while since we last met, right?
Yes, ever since the case in our village wrapped up, we have always been on business trips. I never expected we would meet again under such a circumstance.
Well, well, don't be upset. I promise I'll get you out after tomorrow's trial.
Thank you, Chief. I believe you will save me like saving Wolfgang.
Your case is a lot tougher than his. Think something happy, like, what do you want to do when you get out?
I thought about that. Chief, could you perhaps take me on your business trips next time? Hey, that's what I want. You stole my line.
Well, well. Don't join in, Luna. The conditions of my next destination might be a bit tough. After Spring Festival, I'm going to the northernmost city in our country to handle some peculiar case.
Wow, I can't stand the cold. I'll just give the chance to Annie.
You just threw in the towel like that. The place is always covered in snow. Even the roads are icy, and it's frighteningly cold. Even in such a place, would you still like to come, Annie?
Of course. Our village is warm, and I've never seen what snow looks like since childhood.
Is that the so-called the unattainable always cause a stir? Alright, I see. Before then, Annie, you need to stock up on some warm clothes.
No problem.
Ugh, right now I don't have the leisure to think about plans after Spring Festival. For now, I better focus on the case. I was not involved much in today's trial, but I can imagine you've been through a lot.
Oh, it's okay. I couldn't help much today. Really sorry for that. Thankfully, Sis Luna was there, or I might have been convicted already. Sis Luna's always so reliable. Of course.
You have no idea of humility at all. Annie, after hearing the testimonies of the witnesses and seeing the evidence presented in court today, have you remembered anything about what happened during the incident?
I tried so hard to remember, but my mind's still blank. You still can't remember why or how you went to the mine? No, I have no impression at all.
Let's try something different. Now forget whether you remember or not. Try to think, what is the most likely reason you went to the park based on what you know about yourself?
I had never even heard of that park before. Maybe someone called me there or took me there? Wow, Chief, it's amazing. Why didn't I think of asking that way?
Don't interrupt. Who do you think is the most likely person?
Grandpa I knew was in the city, so there was no reason for him to not tell me when he came here. Maybe he's the one who asked me to meet him at the mine? It's very likely. Is that a new lead?
Well, this speculation seems reasonable only at first glance. After all, Annie was photographed. Oh no, photographed. After all, Annie was photographed in the abandoned area. Why on earth would the village chief ask his granddaughter to meet him in such a place?
I can't figure it out either. Sorry, it seems I'm still unable to help.
Don't blame yourself. What you said actually gave us some ideas.
Really? Glad to hear that.
I need to be careful when talking to Annie, or I might make her feel down again. But our breakthroughs are still not enough. Should we use some evidence to stimulate her memory? Will Luna hit me for that?
Alright. No, okay. That's not doing anything. But yes, this is the bloody, yep, she just walked in covered in blood.
Sorry, Annie, but I hope you can take a look at this photo.
This is... Chief, why did you bring it out? Why did you bring it out?
Huh? Because...
That's okay. I've already seen it many times in court this morning.
I didn't want to show it to you, but it's solid evidence we can't ignore. So I have to ask again. Annie, you really have no impression of the situation in the photo.
Chief, if I could, I would certainly tell you everything, but... I can only remember the feeling of holding a knife. There was blood dripping from the knife, drop by drop. That's all I can remember.
I see.
But if guessing counts... Nothing.
This reaction, could she really be hiding something?
Verity Lance, go! No, nothing. What is this?
Annie, do you remember this thing?
It is the amulet the other got from the temple. Grandpa's been wearing it for years.
Huh? Didn't you give it to the village chief?
No, it's way older than me. This is what people call ancient artifact, right?
Well, it isn't ancient yet. Annie, about the photo, are you sure there's nothing you want to say? You seemed hesitant just now.
Well, it's not really a big deal. I just have a guess.
Whatever it is, just say it.
In our village, there's always a tradition to let the deceased leave in a perfect state.
Perfect state?
Yes. Although Dr. Vincent says it's superstition, he still respects everyone's wishes. If someone dies from an injury, he always makes sure to sew up all the wounds before burying them.
This custom isn't uncommon. I've heard of villages like that before.
Can I be helping Grandpa pull the knife out in the photo? Of course, it's just my guess. I'm not very sure.
No, you don't need to be sure. That must be the truth. I knew it. There's no way of Annie committing the crime.
Don't get it too excited yet. Although that's a reasonable explanation, we can't prove it. And, Annie, have you ever wiped the handle of that knife?
I only remember holding the knife. Nothing else.
Ugh, after all that talk, this is probably all the information we can get from Annie. It's about time. Let's get ready to go to the scene. Annie, take care of yourself.
Sure, Sis Luna and Chief, you both take care too.
I'll come back to see you after the investigation, in case you remember anything. Time's a-ticking. Luna, let's go.
No problem. December 23rd, 3:45 p.m. Foxtail Mine Park entrance.
Finally, we're here. Come on, Chief, hurry up.
I've been here this morning to save you. I really can't run anymore.
Alright, since you've helped me out, I won't drag you along this time.
Have a try if you can.
Speaking of which, I was a bit curious before coming here. Mine?
Oh wait, that's Charlie. Speaking of which, I was a bit curious before coming here. Mine and park. This combination seems weird. I really wonder what it would be like in a mine park. But to my surprise, the scenery here is actually quite nice.
Yeah, I thought I'd fall straight in as soon as I walked in yesterday.
Is that a mine or a trap?
I think that's Macon?
Oh, isn't this Mr. A? You're here again, welcome.
Is that? Yeah, it is Macon. Yeah. Cash Macon.
Hello, Mr. McCon.
Oh, and this time you got your dad with you. Perfect spot for him, huh?
What?
Let me tell you, this park, perfect for old folks to get some exercise. Come evening, this place is buzzing with oldies tearing up the dance floor.
Well, you've got it wrong. He's not my dad.
Huh? Oops. My bad. I knew it. This scruffy tramp with that messy stubble. No way he looks like you.
This is double whammy.
So who's this?
Hello, Mr. McCon. I'm Charlie Drake, the chief of Drake and Thomas Co. Simply put, I'm the boss of Miss Ray.
Oh, a big shot lawyer, huh? I knew it. You got that aura, man. Total respect.
That's not what you said earlier.
What brings you two here today? Still investigating the case, huh?
As you said, apart from that, we also have some questions for you.
Sure thing, but I've already spilled all I know in court. Any other details I told Miss Ray yesterday. Anything else you want to ask, Mr. Drake?
Indeed. Mr. McCon has given quite a detailed account in court today. What should I ask? Well, Mr. McCon, although there wasn't any... Oh, wait. Well, Mr. McCon, although I wasn't there during your testimony today, I've heard of the general situation from Luna. Also, thank you for your valuable information.
No need for that, buddy. Honestly, I never felt nervous even when I'm handling Mega Million deals. But standing there in court today, with all those eyes on me, I actually got nervous. Thinking about how you deal with stuff like this every day, I gotta say, it's really not easy.
Thank you for understanding. Suddenly remember those eccentrics I've encountered in my career. Mr. McCon didn't lie or misremember any crucial information today, which basically makes him a highly qualified witness.
By the way, Mr. McCon, is your park still open today?
After such a big incident, how could the park still be open? I heard you found something strange in the working section today, huh?
Maybe.
Now with all these cops snooping around underground, there's no chance for park visits. Even my mining's on hold.
Huh? Is it really that bad? I feel a little sorry for the inconvenience.
No biggie, shutting down for 2 days ain't losing anything. I ain't losing anything. Once this case blows over, I might even turn it into a murder scene tour or something. I bet I can make it all back.
Indeed a businessman.
Mr. McCon, let's get back to track. Is what you said in court today really all you know?
Well, I ain't great at remembering stuff, so I can't promise I haven't forgotten anything. What about you? What about you ask and I'll answer?
Alright then. Let me confirm then. On the day of the incident, you didn't go to the mine until the police arrived.
Yes, if I had it down earlier, maybe the whole thing wouldn't have happened.
On that morning, were you standing behind the pine tree the whole time?
Yeah, kinda. As I mentioned in court, I saw a few people coming and going.
Besides that, did you notice anything else?
Hey, this park's my turf. I gotta keep an eye on everything going on, big or small. But anything related to the case, I really don't know.
Oh.
Chief?
Nothing. Don't mind.
What's up, Mr. Drake? Why so serious? Something on your mind?
Surprisingly, I still had something from us. Should I try to break through now? No, I don't have any clues about what he actually knows. Nothing. Just thinking about all the things we need to do today. I feel a bit upset.
Oh, I got it. You're just one of those overachievers, huh?
Mr. McCann, please go ahead with your business. We'll investigate the scene on our own.
Alright, if you got any questions, I'll be by the entrance. Then I gotta go now.
Chief, was it?
Yes, it was the Verity Lance.
Huh? Mr. McCann? Is hiding something again? Why didn't you just expose him?
Our investigation has just begun, and if we don't know anything about the situation, the Verity Lance won't help.
That's true, but what exactly is he hiding? Maybe he's the murderer?
Hey, don't jump to the conclusion so quickly. I'm also curious about Mr. McCann's role in the case. But to get him to tell the truth, our priority is to gather more evidence.
Got it. The transport area to the mine is just ahead. Let's hurry down.
Just to be safe, we better investigate this area before moving on. Alright. What a lush tree. No wonder Mr. McCann could hide behind it without being noticed.
Ah, I know this. It's a guest-grading pine, not some strange crooked neck tree.
I never said it was a strange crooked neck tree, and I know it's a guest-grading pine. You sound like a primary school student who just learned a new word and wants to show it off.
Ah, busted.
The footprint under the tree was left by Mr. McCann, right?
Yes, he witnessed the village chief, Miss Nabuki, and that photographer.
This path must be a must-pass route to everywhere in the park. They have to pass there if they want to go down with the buckets. But neither the unknown person nor Annie were seen by Mr. McCann.
Could they have arrived in that digger, dug a hole, and slept on the ground right here?
If they dug a hole, wouldn't the police have noticed?
I was just joking. Don't take it seriously.
I don't think there's another way to enter the park without passing through here. The person Mr. McCann didn't see might have entered the park before he started monitoring. Or perhaps he did see them, but chose to hide it from us. Who knows? Oops. Alright, the sign. I haven't been to the Foxtail Mine Park for many years. I didn't expect that this former kidnapping scene has turned into a park.
Huh? You've been here 5 years ago? Huh? You've been here 5 years ago?
Of course. I investigated each and every crime scene of incident number 761, but unfortunately there were no clues.
Ah, is that so? I went abroad to study just a few months later, and I didn't know you had done so much.
Alright, it's not the time for nostalgia. Let's focus on Annie's case now.
Yeah.
Putting a wide-angle mirror on such a short bend, I didn't expect that Mr. McCann has such a strong safety awareness.
After all, this is a mining area. This is a mining area. Normally there should be a lot of heavy trucks passing through, right? Yes, Mr. McCann really pays attention to details.
Yeah, especially compared to someone who often forgets to lock the office door.
I'll definitely pay attention from now on.
I haven't been to the Foxtail Mine. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, no, I already said that. Yeah, I already said that. Okay. The booth. This must be the duty room. The door is locked.
Huh? It's still locked?
I should have asked Mr. McCann to open it while he was still there. Here.
Being so far from the crime scene, is there really any clue here?
We won't know until we see. Even if no clues, there should at least be a sofa, right?
You just want to rest.
I do want to rest, but the furnishing in this room do catch my attention. As a duty room for a mining facility, there should be a lot of tools here, right? It seems we've investigated this place thoroughly enough.
December 23rd, 3:51 p.m. Foxtail Mine Park Transport Area.
The transport area of the park. It's the usual route to go down to the mine.
Since Mr. McCon isn't here, we can only wait for the cage that comes every half hour, right?
Yes, but since we still have some time, let's investigate here.
Whoa, more scary people! I don't know who that is.
Is it my imagination? I heard someone shouting at us.
This voice is...
Oh, it's Alex.
Huh?
Ew, how come you're here?
Ah, you are...
I knew that I'm not mistaken, although you look a bit older compared to 5 years ago. But you can't fool my eyes, which are as bright as a wide-angle lens. You're that murderer 5 years ago, right?
Did you forget to take off the lens cap from your eyes?
Chief, you haven't met him yet, have you? He's the eyewitness who took the photo of the incident, Alex Jung.
Alex Jung? Ah, 5 years ago. You were the...
Huh? You knew the chief 5 years ago? Ah, I remember now, it's you!
You're just remembering now?
Sorry, my memory of the cases was a bit fuzzy.
I found you familiar when I saw you yesterday, so I checked my photos back home, and you were indeed someone I photographed before. I just don't understand why you abandoned being a prosecutor and chose to be a lawyer.
It seems like Chief's questioning 5 years ago left quite a terrible impression on you.
You lawyers are all the same. You're all speaking for villains. Just like the case 5 years ago. And the same situation now. It's really terrifying.
Hey, that's too much.
Luna, just let it go. So Mr. Journalist, right? What brings you here?
Journalist? Whoa! There's no way I could ever do such a terrifying job.
Your journalism dreams shattered so easily. Well then, so Mr. Zhang, what brings you here?
Why are you asking that? Are you going to accuse me of perjury again?
We are not in court. Even if I accuse you, no one will pay any attention.
Yeah, that's true. By the way, why are you two together? Weren't you life and death enemies before?
What is court debates like you and... Wait, what are court debates like in your mind? Well, it's a long story, but she's currently working in my office.
Wow, the ruthless lawyer and fierce prosecutor have become superior and subordinate after 5 years. Although your occupation is scary, the scene undoubtedly oozes beauty.
What?
Aren't you like a modern court version of Zeus and Athena?
Why is it a father-daughter relationship again?
Such a touching story. Please let me take a photo of you two together. Come on, strike a pose of a loving father and daughter.
What?
In this photo, the man appears carefree with a hint of benevolence tempered by the trials of life. The girl is youthful and beautiful, delicate yet exuding the heroic spirit of a rose. It is simply the epitome of a parent-child photo.
I'm only 8 years older than her. Hardly a parent-child relationship.
Wow. Chief, it's rare to see you so fierce.
Maybe I should consider modifying my appearance.
Alright, Mr. Zhang. We've let you take the photo, so you should give us something in return, right?
Something in return? Sure. When I get back to the studio, I'll turn this photo into a giant poster and give it to you in return.
Thanks, but no need. Just answer our questions and take it as the return, okay?
Okay, since I won't be testifying again, you can ask whatever you want.
If I remember correctly, you said you wanted to become a frontline war correspondent, right?
Oh, did I? Well, maybe I did.
Seems like you've completely switched your career path now.
Well, since the incident 5 years ago, I suddenly realized that journalism wasn't my calling. I'm timid, easily frightened, and easily getting worked up. I'd probably be a mess in the front line. Back then, after getting criticized by both of you, I was depressed for a long time.
It was an emergency at the time, and I never thought it would have affected you so much.
Yeah, we owe you an apology.
No, it's okay. Though I was scared of lawyers because of that. Oh. Think of it, I don't really hate you guys actually. I have problems too.
Since you decided to not be a journalist anymore, why do you still carry a camera with you?
Oh well, The significance of the camera to me has changed a lot now. Nowadays, I am immersed in the embrace of art.
Chief, he has already opened a studio and become a portrait photographer.
That's right. This prestigious and elegant work is tailor-made for me, the friend of the arts.
So you came to the mine to gather material for your elegant work?
Wow, you're smart. I came here today to do some follow-up work. After the incident here, there are more people thinking of coming over to take pictures.
Taking pictures in the mine? What kind of people are they?
Well, first, there were a couple who wanted to take wedding photos in the dimly lit mine.
I remember that.
And then some girl wanted to do her makeup like a dead person and take a photo with a crime scene.
Anything else?
There was a kidnapping case here 5 years ago, so a couple wanted to take a set photo with a binding theme.
These photos. None of them is elegant.
Is that so? Anyway, our studio specializes in personalized services, so we're used to all kinds of Is that so? Anyway, our studio specializes in personalized services, so we're all used to all sorts of strange requests. Besides that, I also publish some of my work on photography websites and magazines. I won some awards these years.
It's only been 5 years, and you've been quite successful, though you are fresh in it.
Oh really? Thanks. All I wish is to stay away from those terrifying things.
In that case, you end up benefiting from being involved in incident number 761 5 years ago. Oh, this photo.
Whoa! Why do you show me something so scary?
Wasn't it taken by you? Do you remember the situation when you took the photo?
Of course. It was the most terrifying scene my lenses have ever captured.
Do your eyes grow on the camera lens?
I want to confirm again, you really didn't see the moment when she committed the crime.
Well, even though my camera is high-end, the photos it takes are static. You can't capture the full sequence of action simply based on the photo.
I remember that most DSLR cameras have video recording function. So why didn't you shoot one?
Whoa! It was a murder scene. One may only witness once in a lifetime. Just being able to press the button was good enough for me.
Makes sense. Luna, let's not press him on the photo.
Okay.
I'll ask you another question. Did you notice anything unusual nearby when you were taking the photo?
Unusual? Just hearing that word makes me scared. But if you insist, there might have been something.
So there really was something. Well, what was the unusual thing while you were taking the photo?
Well, I'm not sure. You know, I might look big and tough. I'm actually quite timid and sensitive. When I was in the cage, I had an uncomfortable feeling.
Uncomfortable? What do you mean?
It's like being watched by someone.
Did you have the feeling as soon as you got out of the cage?
I think so. I looked around carefully, but I didn't see anyone. It was really scary.
The person watching you, was it Annie?
I thought so at the beginning, but that little the girl should have been in the abandoned area the whole time, right? Even if she had eagle eyes and could see me from such a distance, there's no way I could feel her watching.
So you think there might be someone else in the mind view zone?
If it was a human, it's okay, but what if it was a ghost? I would be dead.
How come you would be dead?
So you didn't actually see this creature that was watching you?
Whoa, can we not use the word creature? It sounds so terrifying. Just say thing instead.
It's even scarier.
If I had seen it, I would have reported to the police and testified in court.
That's true.
I was already trembling with fear, and who knew that after entering the abandoned area I would see a murder scene?
Ah, if so, this clue is completely useless. Chief, what do you think?
If we assume that the time when Nobuki saw the figure is the time when the murder occurred, the moment the photo was taken must have been long after the village chief was murdered.
The village chief in the photo was already dead after all.
If the real murderer is someone else, they should have quickly left the scene, right?
Huh? Yes. So watching sight Alex Chung felt shouldn't be from the murderer?
Not necessarily. Perhaps the murderer had some reason to stay underground.
For example, being trapped in the mine and unable to leave?
Since they had a way to sneak underground, they should have also had a way to leave.
Or the murderer wanted to stay to discuss something with someone.
Whoa, I passed out shortly after, so the murderer definitely wasn't to meet me.
I didn't say it was you.
Apart from Alex Zhang, there was only Annie underground. If Luna's right, the murderer couldn't possibly have wanted to discuss with Annie, right? No, I cannot simply deduce based on guessing. Just keep the suspicious matter in mind for now. Speaking of which, you're one of the few witnesses of the case 5 years ago. I remember that you left the court midway. Do you know the case's further development?
Whoa, why bring up such a terrifying past? Of course I do. All the national TV stations and newspapers were reporting on it.
That's right. The situation had escalated to the point where it became a public event.
It was bad enough that the creepy murderer died, but the prosecutor with the glasses, it was such a good person, right? How come he died too?
I feel the same way. It's unfair to Mr. Schubert.
Chief Thomaston came to the court that day.
Okay, that's a grammar mistake.
Chief Thomaston come to the court that day. He didn't mention him. Maybe because he didn't know him.
By then, I thought it would be a great chance to capture news if I testified. I never expected the case to have such a catastrophic development. It was truly terrifying. All my fantasies for journalism vanished at that time.
Is that why you abandoned your dreams of journalism and embraced the world of art?
Exactly. My soul can only be healed by handsome men and beautiful women, accompanied by luxury cars and scenic views. If anyone dares to make me shoot another crime scene now, I'll give them a piece of my mind.
But you just took one yesterday.
So, even though you two always give me a hard time, I'll regard them as trials on the path of art. I won't hold anything against you anymore.
Well. You should be thankful that the court didn't punish you for your false testimony twice.
Whoa, they can do that? That's truly terrifying. Have you finished your interrogation?
You weren't caught, so this isn't an interrogation.
But lawyers made me nervous and scared.
Well, no further questions for now. Thank you for your cooperation.
No problem. If you have any photography-related questions, feel free to ask me. Oh, and here's my business card. Young lady, please take it.
Huh? Me?
Well, I'll just continue my journey of scouting. See ya.
Received another strange business card. I'm not sure if it will be useful.
Although we won't be in court tomorrow, we managed to get some possibly useful information.
Yeah, Alex Zhang. Although he often caused trouble for us in court. After chatting with him today, I feel like he's not a bad guy after all.
Well. Humans shouldn't be simply defined as good or bad. It is time for the case to come, right?
Let me check. Oh, yes. Let's hurry down to the mine.
December 23rd, 4:01 p.m., mine floor, mine view zone.
Ugh, finally here.
This is the mine view zone. Also the main path to various areas underground.
So it means that to get to any area from the cage, you have to pass through here.
By the way, I've had a question on my mind. Since this is the mine floor, does it mean there are other floors?
I thought so at first, but this is the deepest part of the mine. Perhaps Mr. McCon named it this way just to add a sense of mystery to the barge.
Is it Nabuki? Or is it Sanford?
I've said it many times. It's not convenient right now. Could you please stop following me?
What's that noise over there?
Oh no, it is Nabuki.
Huh? It's Miss Nabuki.
Nabuki, the famous star who was in court today?
Huh? Why are you here too? Wow, Luna, we meet again. Hello.
Oh, you're Luna Senior, right? Your name is something like a bird, right?
It's not Bird, it's his Swift. Chief, good job. Huh? Oh, hello. Nice to see you again, Miss Nabuki.
Hello, I'm Charlie Drake, a lawyer. I suppose you could say I'm the boss of Luna.
Oh, one more lawyer. Hello to you all. Although I shouldn't introduce myself out of politeness, I really can't stay here right now. Sorry.
Can't stay.
That's right. We're currently... Oh wait. That's right. We're currently working on a super huge scoop in the end of the century together. Hey, I never agreed.
Besides, now is not the end of the century.
Plum? You mentioned this morning that you were busy with something. So you were referring to... Wow! Of course, I'm tracking down the most precious target for material. Ever since she left the court, I've been following her with my super sharp senses and observational skills. That's illegal. As you see, I attended an agreed afternoon performance after my testimony, and then I wanted to come back here for a rehearsal. I was sure there were no paparazzi following me before coming, but then she suddenly appeared. Wow, this is fate, you know? Fate!
Although I don't intend to intervene in your dispute, Miss Nabuki. We are still investigating for the case. Do you have time to answer a few questions now?
If it's about the case, I suppose I could. Wow! How could you? I was here first! Even if you want to ask questions, you should wait until I'm done asking mine.
Well.
Never mind. She's not planning to let me go. Just ask all your questions at once, and you leave once finished. Really? Good. Let me think. Do you have confidence in your fighting ability? Do you think your dancing could be used to kill someone? Does anyone around you hate you? Have you ever thought about killing someone? Are you interested in supernatural and paranormal phenomena? Also, if you're destined to be killed by someone, how would you like to be killed? Yes, no. Die together. Alright, I've answered. Can I go now? Huh? That's it? I need more details. Leave it to me, Chief. You can't ask Miss Nabuki... leave it to me, Chief. You can ask Miss Nabuki questions now. Hey, what are you doing? Don't pull my pigtails! Ouch! It hurts so much!
What an eccentric.
Agreed.
Now that we won't be interrupted, I'll continue with my questions.
Please.
Miss Nabuki, today was your first time testifying in court, right?
Yes, I don't usually have time for such things.
During the trial, did you encounter anything unnoteworthy?
I said everything I needed to say, and I didn't care about what others said. But if you're talking about noteworthy things, there were a few.
Huh?
First, I noticed that the courtroom was actually quite grand and spacious. By the way, do you know which courtrooms are available for rent?
I don't think courtrooms can be rented.
I see. What a pity. It would have been nice for me to rent one for... I see. What a pity. It would have been nice to rent one for rehearsals.
She truly dedicates herself to art.
Apart from that, the female prosecutor...
You mean Luna's sister?
So they're actual sisters? No wonder they look somewhat alike. What I mean is, the female prosecutor's aura is a bit similar to me.
Similar for one smashing armor and the other one bending steel bars?
She has a good figure, and her voice is strong and powerful. It's a pity that she didn't debut in entertainment. If we combine our efforts, we might just be able to tunnel through this mine and carve out a completely new space.
I can only imagine some rather terrifying scenes. I didn't pay much attention to the entertainment industry. Are you an artist debuting through a talent show?
Artist? I can't be complimented by that title. Those who excel in the craft immerse in it and reach the pinnacle that can be called artists. I still have a long way to go.
Is that so? I think your attitude towards art has already surpassed that of most stars I know.
Please don't flatter me. Although I'm not an artist, I did indeed debut in a talent show. If it weren't for bringing the arts of my hometown to the stage, I wouldn't have chosen this path.
You do not like being famous.
My name, Nabuki, means green leaf in Mongolian. I never intended to vie for attention for those flashy red flowers. I only wish to sway the wind on the path I've chosen.
I didn't expect you are the type to keep a low profile and be efficient at work. It's truly a rare character trait for entertainment stars.
You seem to know well.
Huh?
Well, now I feel quite compatible with you out of no reason. Hey, how about considering quitting being a lawyer and becoming my dance partner?
Are you serious?
Of course, you may lack a bit in talent and be a bit older, but when it comes to art, fate is more important than anything else.
Thank you for the kind offer.
Oh wait, well, not the kind of.
Thank you for your kind offer, but I want to spend a few more years in court.
I see. What a pity.
Thankfully, Luna isn't here. If she heard this, she'd tease me for months. Anyway, let's talk about the case now. You mentioned in court that you saw a figure while rehearsing on the ground. Could you describe their appearance in detail?
Since it's a question from my potential dance partner, I'll answer it properly.
So you mean it?
Oh, what the fuck? What is with these bots?
Apart from what you said in court, do you have any other information about the figure?
All I remember is that person ran very fast, like a cracking a whip, and was gone in a flash. If I hadn't seen the glint of the knife in the mirror, I might not have noticed at all.
Wait, how long have you been dancing?
Huh? I started dancing when I was 3, and I began formal training around 5.
After so many years of training, your observation for human body movement should be better than ordinary people, right?
You are quite clear.
Even so, was it still difficult for you to notice that figure?
Think of it now, it does seem strange. In daily life, people walking on the street looks like slow motion to me. But I just couldn't see that fleeting figure clearly. Could it be that they're also someone who learned dancing from a young age? I'd like to meet them if that's the case.
That's an erratic conclusion. Also, do you have any impression of the figure's body size or clothing?
The movements were so fast that I really couldn't see any details. But considering the light footsteps and swift movements, it wasn't a big muscular guy.
So we can rule out Alex Zhang.
I can't remember anything else. Sorry I couldn't be any more help.
It's okay, the information is already quite useful. Regardless of the body size, someone who can evade her detection is probably not just an ordinary person. But among the people involved in the case, there shouldn't be anyone like a soldier or spy, right?
Well, if it's Sky Shield, then probably.
Wow! Why do you keep chasing me? Stop, don't interrupt them.
It's okay, we're done.
Huh? Is that so? Then I will leave her alone. I can't run anymore. If nothing else, I'll go now. I really don't want to be pestered by her again.
Well, thank you for your cooperation. Wish you all the best.
You too. Please reconsider my invitation.
Ah, shit.
Invitation? What invitation?
Nothing. Where's your senior?
She's exhausted after being chased by me, so she went to rest.
Your family is truly remarkable in physical endurance.
Compared to Sis, I'm far behind it. Anyway, Chief, have you gotten anything useful?
I am not sure whether it's useful or not, but I have a thought of some possibilities. Alright, now that they have all gone, let's investigate here.
Yes, sir. We must thoroughly examine the areas we couldn't investigate yesterday.
This is an introduction of the park.
Yes, I read it yesterday. It is related to the drop in natural gas prices.
When did you become blind?
It says that there are abundant natural gas reserves deep in the mine. If they're all extracted, the price of natural gases will drop. That's called deducing.
Well, not to mention your logic for now, Actually, the extraction of the natural gases is prohibited due to safety reasons.
It is just an assumption, but is it really that dangerous to extract natural gas?
Natural gas is classified as a Class A fire hazard material in our country. Even with full preparation, accidents during gas extraction cannot be completely ruled out. The reason why the natural gas here is prohibited to extract is probably because this vein extends to the city.
The city? Does it mean that the tunnel can directly lead to our office?
No, but if a fire or explosion were to occur in the vein, it could cause massive subsidence, and many people in the city would be trapped.
Oh, I got it now.
A natural gas vein that could cause danger to the entire city once there's a fire. I have a very bad feeling. I hope it's just my imagination.
Well, it feels like Sky Shield might actually exploit that.
What's this? A satellite pod?
That's so lame. I remember Mr. McCon called it a wireless signal booster.
My phone does have 2 bars of signal here. Have you tried the communication quality here?
No, but Plum did. Although the call could be connected, there was interference. It's probably better to communicate via text message with the service compared to calling.
So during the incident, people underground could use their phones without any problems. Did anyone receive any messages during that time? I don't remember.
Oh, that's it? Don't need to inspect the tracks?
These are the things worth investigating here. Let's take time and go deeper inside. The 2 areas inside are the main areas we should investigate.
Yes, sir.
December 23rd, 4:25 p.m., mine floor working section.
Working section? This is where the miners work, right?
Yes, because the investigation isn't over yet. The mine shut down again today.
On the day of the incident, Mr. Buki witnessed the figure with the knife here, right?
Have you seen those footprints? That's where she rehearsed.
If there really was an intruder passing through the working section, there would definitely be a lot of traces left behind. Let's start investigating now. Besides here, we also need to check the buckets carefully.
Yes, sir.
The footprints here are quite messy. Are they left by the miners?
No, they all come from the same person. And miners don't have such small feet.
Since when did you start studying footprints? Don't tell me you heard it from someone else.
Well, anyway, these footprints were all left by Miss Nabuki during her reversal.
I haven't studied Mongolian dance, but it does require stomping the ground with such force.
No matter what dance, she'll stomp the ground like this.
This shaft is the passage for the buckets. You can see some light up there when you look up.
Would anyone really come down from here? They must have a lot of nerve.
I also find it unbelievable, but the evidence here is right here. There. I also find it unbelievable, but the evidence is right there, so we have to believe it.
If you look down along the buckets, it's bottomless down there. This must be the bottomless pit mentioned in Alice in Wonderland, right?
Mr. McCon wouldn't dig such a deep hole in an unnecessary place, would he? With this kind of energy and cost, he could dig another coal mine.
Really? Then I'll throw a stone down and see. Hey!
No echo.
See, I told you it's a bottomless pit.
So falling from the buckets would mean certain death. What kind of person would take such a risk and go down from the shaft? The large bucket's used for transporting coal. Since it's a closure day of the mine, it's not operating right now.
Alright. You can't see clearly so far away. Let's get closer.
There must be some crucial clues overlooked in this area. Let's investigate each and every detail. I noticed a small hole in the ground this morning. What's it for?
I have no idea. According to Plum, the hole is about 10 centimeters deep. When investigated yesterday, the soil inside the hole was a bit damp. It was probably left around the time of the incident. We've been thinking about it for a long time, but couldn't figure out its meaning.
A slender hole about 10 centimeters deep, slender shape, which could also be understood as flat. Let me think.
Hey, what are you doing?
Just comparing some similar shaped objects, don't worry.
Huh? This knife seems to fit perfectly into the shape of the hole.
So someone used this weapon to stab into the ground here.
You're so capable, Chief. If it were me, I'd probably never have noticed.
Save the flattery. Let's think about why this small hole is here.
Let me think. This hole is very close to the buckets. Following it in the direction of the buckets, it seems there are signs of minor rock collapse on the cliff.
I think I have an idea about how the person who jumped here moved. The buckets are linked together by chains, hanging silently beneath the shaft. At a glance, there seem to be dozens of these metal buckets.
If someone really rode a bucket down from the surface, there should be traces inside the bucket, right?
Your logic is sound, but the shaft is heavily dusted, and there are too many buckets. It might not be easy to investigate from this perspective.
That is a pity.
Actually, there's something I can't figure out. Whoever tried such a crazy move as coming down the mine through the buckets must be someone bold and meticulous. How could they leave the fingerprint on the chain?
Huh? That does seem strange. If it were me, I definitely wear gloves before coming down.
Unless the person did wear gloves but took them off for some reason.
But if you're not wearing them, why take them off? Did they suddenly realize that the gloves were torn?
That's possible. Damaged clothing is easily snagged in such an environment. For safety's sake, it's reasonable to discard torn gloves. After all, it's easy to toss them into the abyss below.
Ah, I was just speculating, but it seems I might have hit the point.
Is there something in the bucket that could tear gloves? I might have some idea.
Oh, the mirror shards? Okay.
The buckets are linked together by chains hanging oh wait, no, okay.
I haven't done this yet. Oh, what? Wait, they give it the same dialogue? What the fuck? Yeah, why is it like that then? Oh, okay, I guess there's nothing else.
That's a very thick iron chain. Looks pretty sturdy.
That mysterious fingerprint must be left here. We need to investigate thoroughly.
How are you planning to investigate? Do you have a fingerprint powder?
No.
Even if you have, do you know how to sprinkle it?
No.
And even if you knew how, what would you do after collecting it?
No idea?
So when investigating, it's not just about taking action. You gotta use your brain too.
Sorry.
According to Detective Sanford, this fingerprint belongs to an adult and is likely left during the incident. There should be solid evidence that someone used this passage to enter and exit the mine.
If they jump down from the bucket to the ground, whether they grab the chain or not doesn't make a difference, right?
Indeed. When inside the bucket, the point of pressure is on the feet, and grabbing the chain would affect the jumping distance. This fingerprint is most likely left when they jump from the ground to the bucket.
Huh, so they also took the bucket back to the surface.
That's obvious. If they returned to the surface through a normal means, we should be able to see the guy on the surveillance footage who didn't go down to the mine but returned to the surface.
Indeed.
What troubles me now is another question. Apart from the mysterious figure, there's another one who didn't use the cage to get down to the mine. Could Annie also have come down from here? No, that's impossible. Luna is the one who spent the most with Annie. I'll ask her later. This metal platform used to connect the buckets with the ground of the working section should be telescopic.
Yes, I remember this ladder.
The platform and ladder are not the same thing. Don't mix up the names.
Really? Anyway, they're both tools for people to use. It doesn't matter what they are called.
It does. A qualified lawyer must be careful with their wording. Let me pull out that platform and show it to you. Then you'll see how different it is from a ladder.
Huh? But
Hey! Oh! No, my back! Oh, can't deny. I'm getting old.
what are you doing? The platform is already broken.
Well, I just forgot.
But thanks to you, we've confirmed the condition of the platform again. Not to mention Plum's thin arms. But even you couldn't pull it out. Then it's likely that on the day of the incident, this platform was indeed unusable.
Indeed. To reach here from the buckets, a jump over a 5-meter horizontal distance is necessary.
Is that really something humans can do?
Parallel jumping is out of the equation. The world record for a standing long jump is less than 3.5 meters. However, once the buckets start operating and keep moving, if one can jump with a certain gap between the bucket and the ground, it's not impossible.
Really? Once you fall, you'll fall straight into the abyss. That's too risky.
Indeed, to jump from the bucket to the ground, one must be extremely precise in judging the gap in distance. If the gap is too low when jumping, it'll be difficult to reach, but if it's too high, it's easy to get injured. Who on earth has such precise judgment of distance and jumping ability?
Oh, that's it.
I think we can finish investigating. I think we can finish the investigation in the working section for now.
Really? So, Chief, do you know the ins and outs of the case now?
Some things are clear, but some things are even more confusing. Let's not rush to the next place. There's something I want to ask you.
Huh? Me? I think I've told you everything I know about the case.
It's not entirely about the case. Just answer truthfully.
Alright, I'll try.
You didn't see Annie at all on the morning of the incident.
No, she texted me early before 8 o'clock to ask for leave.
So Annie decided to come to the mine at that time.
Who knows? Maybe she had already arrived? When in school, I often head out to play, only to realize that I forgot to ask for permission.
What's there to be proud of? I don't think an honest girl like Annie would be like you. By the way, how's Annie's athletic ability? Have you observed before?
Huh? What kind of question is that?
Just try to recall. How's her physical fitness?
She's a typical country girl. Definitely livelier and healthier than those who rarely leave home. Their home. But when it comes to physical fitness, she's probably not much different from other girls our age.
I have some impression. Last time the three of us lifted the table together, she's even weaker than you.
What do you mean by even? Anyway, why do you ask?
Nothing. I just think of some wild possibility. But it does seem wild rather than possible. As long as Annie's memory hasn't recovered, it's futile to speculate about her actions.
Yes. Suddenly I really feel like having a cup of her tea.
You made me miss her tea. Anyway, let's hurry to investigate the case. Get Annie out and enjoy her tea.
Yes.
Have you discovered anything worth noticing since we arrived at the park?
I've already checked around yesterday and been to all the places. As for anything worth noticing, first, it's definitely the bucket area and the working section, but we've already investigated there. And then the duty room at the park entrance. That's the only place we haven't been into yet.
Right, but that duty room is quite far from the mine. I think it's not directly related to the case.
That's not necessarily true. Maybe switching the vase in the duty room can open up an underground passage straight into the crime scene.
Why does this idea sound so familiar? I don't think there's a secret passage, but just in case, we better go and check out that room.
Agreed. How should we go inside? Should we ask Mr. McCon to open the door?
That can do, but it would be even better if we could investigate on our own. After all, he was indeed hiding something just now. The abandoned area in the mine is where the crime scene is in.
Since important clues are discovered in today's trial, most of the officers went to the adjacent working section. The place is finally quiet, like a real abandoned mine.
Yes, it's all bleak and messy.
I'm sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable.
Excuse me?
Oh, it's the wife.
Huh? You are?
Isn't this Mrs. McCann? Mrs. McCann, nice to see you again. Nice to see you too.
You're Mr. McCann's wife?
Yes, my name is Sophia McCann. My husband has been in your care.
Well, I'm Charlie Drake, the chief of Drake and Thomas Co. Truly sorry for my rude comment about your mind just now.
No need to apologize. We are the ones who should apologize for letting you see such an undesirable sight. If we had known that a distinguished guest like you would come, we should have adorned this place splendidly.
How could an abandoned area be adorned splendidly?
Mr. Drake, may I respectfully inquire about your age?
Me? I'm 31.
Ah, I see. Since you are 1 year my senior, I should be humbly referring to myself as the junior.
Just 1 year difference? But she's acting like I'm much older.
I'm sorry for not properly welcoming you today. Please forgive my lack of hospitality.
Never mind. It's we who came here uninvited and should apologize.
Stop! If you continue like this, it'll be dark soon.
Well, just forgot why I came here.
Let me ask instead. Mrs. McCann, why do you come here? To be honest, owing to the recent incident, work and visits have been suspended. My husband wanted to take the opportunity to rest for a few days, so I'd like to help him by tidying up the mine a bit.
Are you planning to personally go down to the mine wearing that outfit to clean up?
No, I apologize for making such a misunderstanding. I'm willing to do tough work, but I am unfamiliar with equipment maintenance. Today's visit is simply to make records of the facilities that need maintenance. My husband mentioned that he wanted to install gilded fences in these 2 mine areas, so I also need to inspect them. So he really plans to install them?
Mrs. McCann, since this is our first meeting, and you haven't been too core for the case, I wonder if we could ask you some questions.
I am ignorant, and would like to seek your guidance. Please go ahead.
As a wealthy and beautiful woman, she's being too modest and cautious. Mrs. McCann, have you been assisting Mr. McCann in managing the mine park?
Oh no, not at all. I'm just an ordinary housewife. Opportunities to ease my husband's worries are few and far between. Today just happens to be one of those rare occasions. Normally I'm only able to assist with household chores. I don't usually involve myself in managing affairs like this.
In that case, Mrs. McCann, you are truly exceptional helpmate.
Your kind words humble me. Oh, I meant to ask yesterday. You and Mr. McCann have been married for quite a while, right? No, not really. We've only been married for a brief 2 years. Wow, just 2 years? Mr. McCann often boasts about your excellence, so I thought you had been married for much longer. My husband tends to exaggerate, and his words are often more complimentary than reality. Please don't take them too seriously.
Really? I believe his praises for you are sincere. May I ask, how did you and Mr. McCann meet?
Is that really important? I'm a bit puzzled.
Oh, I'm just curious. It's not related to the case at all. Huh?
It all started with a car accident 2.5 years ago.
What was with that sudden silence just now? The car accident you mentioned is...
Can't remember the exact date. Sophia McCann back then was just an ordinary migrant worker.
Migrant? You're not local?
No, I'm an orphan who came here alone to make a living. 2.5 years ago, on the way home from work, a terrible car accident happened. Given the circumstances at the time, surviving was already a stroke of luck.
I can't believe such a thing happened. Are you fully recovered now?
Though once in grave danger, those injuries were healed long ago, leaving no lasting effects. Not long after being discharged from the hospital, mood reset and wandered around the city and met Cash in this park. Wow, that's a classical beginning of a CEO romance! Initially, we were just friends, but the more we chatted, the closer we were. It's a blessing in disguise. If If it weren't for that accident, I might still not settle down.
Good deeds bring good rewards. And for someone as kind as you, this is a deserved return.
You flatter me too much. Is your visit today solely to inquire about our past?
No, it was just a casual question. Let's get back to the point. Mrs. McCann, may I ask if you have any additional information you can share about the case?
I've already told everything to Miss Ray yesterday. Do I need to repeat it? Her words seemed quite similar to Mr. McCann's.
There's no need to repeat identical information. I'm only interested in your actions that day. From early that morning, when the incident occurred, where did you go?
Usually I'm open and forthcoming with my answers. However, the current situation is a bit special. What's wrong? A person claiming to be a prosecutor has contacted me. As a witness for tomorrow, I'm afraid I can't discuss the case in detail with you.
Oh.
Mrs. McCann, you'll be testifying in court tomorrow.
Yes, I'm also quite puzzled by the prosecutor's decision, because I'm just an outsider. Given the circumstances, I believe it's best to postpone further discussion until tomorrow. I hope you understand.
I see. In that case, see you tomorrow.
Thank you for your understanding.
I can't think of anything to ask for now. Thank you for your cooperation.
Please, no need for thanks. I hope it can be help to you all. Now that it is finished, I'll continue with my duties.
Please, feel free.
Chief, what are you thinking? Are you struck by Mrs. McCann's beauty?
Of course not. Just spotted something and got a wild idea.
Oh? What's that?
I need to talk to Mr. McCann later to prove it.
Playing mysterious again, huh?
Forget that. Let's take a closer look at the crime scene. There seems to be more spiderwebs on the rock wall than a few years ago.
Chief, look!
Oh, spiders.
Why aren't you scared at all?
I'm only afraid of one kind of animal. The rest can't scare me.
Huh? What is it? Tell me.
I don't want you to get one of these to play tricks on me, so I won't say it.
Ugh, how boring.
I was bitten by a duck when I was little, and I've been afraid of them ever since.
You got bit by a duck?
Can't let Luna know about this.
Really? A duck? Okay. Oh yeah, she's definitely gonna make fun of him if he ever revealed that fact.
What's this iron can?
I saw it yesterday too. Probably just an old beverage can left here long ago. All rusted with heavy dust on it. Surely it has nothing to do with the case.
Wait a minute. This isn't a beverage can. Even though the surface is all rusted, there's something written on it. HOB 209. Hey, is this for real? It's a small bomb!
Oh, a bomb. What? A bomb? Is it going to explode? Should we lie down and run? Chief, tell me.
Don't panic! It seems to be a deactivated bomb.
Why didn't you say that earlier? You got me all worked up.
Alright, I just figured that out. And HOB 209 isn't a high-power model. You can only kill 3 or 4 people at maximum.
But it's enough to send the 2 of us to the next world.
I'm thinking, why would this bomb be here?
Let me think. Oh, I got it. Chief, do you remember the news report about Incident 761?
Of course I do. After all, I was also involved.
The reason the trial was forced to be stopped back then was because SkyShield kidnapped the son of the senior foreign official.
You mean, that Galaxy Kaeda?
Exactly. The location reported on the news at that time for the kidnapping was the abandoned area of Foxtail Mine Park. This deactivated bomb and the rope on the ground. Could they be remnants from that time?
That makes sense.
Mr. Galaxy was probably tied up here by SkyShield members. To increase the difficulty of the rescue, they even placed a bomb next to him. Does that make sense?
Indeed. Back then, the lighting around the abandoned area was probably even dimmer before this mine was bought by Mr. McCann. During the police raid, they were likely focused on rescuing him and wouldn't bother with the items they couldn't see clearly. And this place was already off limits to begin with, but after the incident, it became even more neglected.
I see. But what does it have to do with Annie's case?
These two things seem untouched for years. If someone ever decides to reopen the investigation of incident number 761, they might be useful. But for now, let them lie here quietly. Judging from the photo, this should be where the village chief's body was found, right?
Yes, we clarified in court today that his body wasn't moved.
Even though his body wasn't moved as a whole, could he have made some minor movements before his death?
Minor movements?
Like, grab something from the scene or from the murderer?
According to the autopsy report, he died instantly. I don't think he could have done that. Unless something happened to fall into his hand and he managed to grab it.
That is possible, but it seems too coincidental.
Anything's possible. Let's not rush to dismiss it.
Well, I'm let you by her. By the way, the weapon that took his life was next to him, right?
Yes, but the police have already taken the knife. We have all the details about it.
The knife looks quite handy. It should be capable of various uses.
Besides stabbing, what other uses could there be? Cutting fruits and vegetables?
Well. In your mind, the only way a knife is used in combat is by stabbing.
Stop. Sorry, I only know about boxing. As for combat with weapon, I know nothing.
Boxing isn't done by stabbing, is it? But how exactly did this knife pierce the village chief's body? A thick rope seems to have been cut by a sharp object, and there are several knots. Is this tool used for mining operations?
There's so much dust on it. Even if it is used by miners, it should have been abandoned for several years.
Judging by the amount of dust, it seems to be from the same era as that iron can next to it. Let's take a look at the iron can to find more details. These should be all we need to investigate at the crime scene.
I feel like the situation hasn't changed much compared to yesterday.
The same clues under different circumstances can be interpreted completely differently. Even without new evidence, it doesn't mean there aren't any new discoveries.
Wow, sounds like you're already confident about tomorrow's defense.
Far from it. Just an idea of the direction for the next investigation. Let's go back to the surface. There's another place we need to investigate.
Got it. Let's go. Phew, finally, some fresh air. I'm made for the sunlight.
Is it my imagination? Or is there more than just sunlight here? I sense a wave of hostility.
Huh? Hostility?
Here? Oh, is Stella Ray here?
Huh? Sis?
As expected, it's you.
You made me wait for so long. I thought you weren't coming up.
Prosecutor Ray, why are you here?
That's not important, and the person I'm looking for isn't you. Huh? So you came here to see me? I have something to say. We're short on time, so open your eyes and listen carefully to what I'm about to say.
Why should I open my eyes to listen carefully?
And you,
no interruptions. I haven't said anything yet.
Complaining your mind is also prohibited.
You can even read minds?
Let's smirk.
Luna, come on.
Okay. Sis, what do you want to say? Two things. First, you're still investigating Sky Shield. I won't actively do that, but if it's related to the case 5 years ago. I see. Don't care about your plans with your crooked chief, but I won't allow you to directly get involved and put yourself in danger. The terrifying part about Sky Shield isn't something a little girl like you can understand. I see. I won't act recklessly at this point, but... What? There's a but? Yes, there is. But if opposing Sky Shield is the only way to rescue Annie, I won't back down no matter how dangerous the opponent is.
Is that so?
Yes, it is. Then let me remind you, many things in the world are far from being as simple as you see them. Having your own convictions is your business, but be careful not to trust the wrong person. I see. Thank you, sis. I have already seen your request for personnel change in court. That's good. Anyway, I won't be in charge of this case tomorrow, so I have to face some sloppy face again.
Huh? Prosecutor Ray, you are not in charge of this case anymore?
I won't repeat myself.
I'm guessing it's, Schubert?
Well, it's a relief not to have to face you again. But why the change of personnel all of a sudden?
It's not your place to question the procurator's decision. That brings me to the second point. Tomorrow in court, Schubert will take over for me.
Schubert?
What? Is it Silas Schubert? Why? No reason. It's a unanimous decision. All aspects considered, he's more suitable than I. Alright, there was something else I wanted to say, but since there's an outsider present, let's leave it for another time. Huh? Something else? Some personal matters. We can handle them later.
Sorry for my presence.
Not your fault. Don't take it upon yourself. We have some unfinished business to settle, but not now. Listen, don't fill my sister's head with strange ideas, or you'll regret it, I promise.
Rest assured, maybe Luna's more of a mind of her own than you imagine.
Who knows how much you contributed to that? I'm leaving. Take care of yourselves. Huh? You're leaving? Okay. Goodbye, sis.
See you. Ugh, dodged a bullet.
Why do you look like you've dodged a bullet? Is my sister really that scary?
What do you think?
Well, maybe... yes?
Alright, forget it. Tomorrow's prosecutor has been changed to Thoth Schubert's son.
Yeah, that dead-eyed guy with headphones suddenly takes over. He's definitely up to no good.
So you've already had some dealings with him, huh?
Yeah, I barely managed to beat him last time, but it wasn't a pleasant experience still.
It's common to change a leading defense lawyer, but not the prosecutor mid-trial. What concerns me is why Prosecutor Ray allows someone else to take over the case she's handling.
Prosecutor Schubert may be competent, but I don't think he's any more formidable than Sis.
Maybe he's got some crucial information your sister doesn't get.
Is that so? But why don't they just exchange information? What's the need for a personnel change?
You're right. Perhaps we'll find out tomorrow. Let's focus on the present for now.
Alright, nothing left to investigate down here. Let's head towards the entrance.
The gate of the mine park is as quiet as ever. Seems like Mr. McCann isn't here.
Thankfully, mining and visits are suspended, otherwise our investigation would be even more chaotic.
Look, the door to the duty room seems to be slightly open.
Huh? You're right, and it seems like nobody's inside. Luckily we got another unguarded room.
Why another? Anyway, the opportunity is rare. Let's hurry and take a look inside. Let's casually commit some breaking and entering.
December 23rd, afternoon, Foxtail Mine Park, duty room.
Is this really a duty room?
Yes, I think.
The kind of duty room I'm familiar with usually just has a simple office desk and a bed. But the furnishing in this room doesn't quite fit the usual style.
Well, considering it's Mr. McCann's property, I don't find it too strange.
Alright, let's investigate while no one's here.
Yes, Your Honor. There are a few more drawers in the lower part of the cabinet. I wonder what's inside.
Hold on, Luna. Don't just open it randomly.
It's already open.
Well. At least take some precautions to erase fingerprints.
We're not criminals. Why act so suspiciously?
Whatever.
There's quite a variety of things inside. There's a medical kit, a toolbox, and snacks and cards. Chief, let's play poker.
Alright, that's my best game. Wait, what are we doing? We came here to investigate.
Sorry.
The entertainment items here are probably used to kill the time. There seems to be a hidden compartment next to the cabinet. What's inside?
This is an oxygen tank and a diving mask.
This isn't just any diving mask. It's practically a gas mask.
Oxygen and a gas mask? Could it be?
Yes, the set of equipment might just be what we're looking for.
But the mask and the oxygen tank are all shining like they've just been cleaned.
Yeah, there's no dust on them. It's likely they've been used recently.
Let me check. There's a gauge on the oxygen tank. The remaining oxygen is 82%. It seems like only a small portion has been used.
18% of the oxygen has been used. I wonder what that signifies. If we hand over this to the police for a thorough examination, they might find when the oxygen was used.
By the way, why would equipment like this be in the storage cabinet of the duty room?
There are both working section and a view zone in the underground, and people come and go all the time. It's not surprising to keep an emergency rescue kit in the duty room. The point is, who is the user of this equipment?
Also, how to wear the mask exactly?
Just cover the face with it, and then connect the breathing tube. Huh? Excuse me? Where's the breathing tube of this mask?
I don't know. Could it have been removed by someone?
It's possible. Let's ask Mr. McCann about this equipment later. This cabinet should contain Mr. McCann's personal belongings.
Probably. Trophies, certificates, and something of the sort.
Let me see. Pigeon racing grand prize, dog walking competition champion, cat petting contest honorable mention.
Mr. McCann's awards always seem to have something to do with animals.
I can understand the pigeon racing, but how do they judge the champions for dog walking and cat petting?
I just spun each trophy and certificate, but it seems like nothing happened.
I told you before, there won't be any secret passage.
I noticed it as soon as we entered. What on earth are they? Deer or sheep?
They seem to be different species. One is an Argali sheep, and the other's a deer. You know, Argali sheep and deer represent wealth in our country, so it's quite popular to place their heads in offices.
I don't think that's environmentally friendly. Can't you pick some other auspicious symbols? Such as hanging a row of Miniki Nekos on the wall? That would be cute and inviting.
That sounds good. We can promote it. These two animal decorations are firmly fixed on the wall, immovable. What am I thinking? I'm actually looking for a secret passage like Luna.
Who the hell barged into this room without permission?
Oops, too late to hide now.
Oh damn, that's the first pissed off expression I've seen on him. How many times do I have got to say it? You can't just waltz into the duty room like... Wait, huh? It's you guys?
Oh, that's the first time I've seen him pissed off.
Well, Mr. McCann, we were just...
My bad. I bet you're both beat from wandering around the park. I should have invited you in earlier.
Actually...
Sorry about that. I didn't think you'd swing by this early. Didn't even have time to put the kettle on.
It's okay, don't bother.
Come on, have a seat.
Ugh, luckily. Thank you for allowing us to take a break here. We happen to have something to talk about with you.
No problem.
Mr. McCann, do you often stay in the duty room?
Well, this park is just one of my industries. Can't swing by here every day. But when I'm in the park, I'm holed up in this room most of the time.
I see. So who's in charge of this room when you're not here?
It's mostly my crew, you know, like the mining supervisors and the park captain. Not much of a value in here, just some equipment necessary for the park to run. So I got a bunch of keys in this room. Pretty much everyone's got one.
So anyone can freely access the things in this room.
By the way, does your wife, Mrs. McCann, have one?
Sure thing. Sometimes she drops off food for me. Can't have her waiting outside when I'm not around.
Indeed.
By the way, it's time to verify with him what I noticed during my conversation with Sophia McCann. Mr. McCann, your wife mentioned that you met in this mine park for the first time, right?
Hey, you're pretty well informed, aren't you? Back then, Sophia was just an average office worker, but somehow, the moment I laid eyes on her, I was seduced.
Seduced doesn't sound like a good word choice.
But hey, you know how the young folks say these days? It's like destiny or something, right? Getting to meet her was like hitting the jackpot, I tell ya.
I believe it's also fortunate for your wife to tie the knot with you. After all, it's very lucky to encounter true love right after she recovered from a serious illness, isn't it?
What? What serious illness?
Huh? Don't you know? Don't you know that? Your wife just told us. She experienced a severe car accident not long before she met you.
Car accident? How come I never heard of that?
Well, maybe she didn't want to worry you?
I gotta ask about this later for sure. If she did get into a car accident, I can't have her do any chores anymore. What if she's still got some lingering issues?
Chief, what's wrong?
Nothing. Let's talk about it later. As I suspected, things are becoming a bit weird. Mr. McCann, has there ever been a situation in your park when the emergency rescue was called?
What? You're doubting my management of the park or something?
No, I'm just curious. You know it's my first time visiting a mine park.
Oh, right. My bad. Overreacted. Sorry. We've been up and running for 2 years now, and knock on wood, not a single accident so far, either with the mining or the tours. Plus, we've got top-notch gear ready for any emergency that comes our way.
Oh, really? For example, do you have oxygen tanks or gas masks here?
What? How did you figure that out?
Because she's a mining enthusiast. She often visits mines around the country.
Yes, I love mines.
Oh, so you're pro at this. My bad. Didn't realize.
You actually believe that kind of nonsense?
Yep, we got an oxygen tank and mask right here. Check it out.
You only have one set?
Yes. Stuff like this doesn't get used often, so if I grab too many, they'll end up gathering dust. This set hasn't been seen much action either, cause you know no accidents around here.
But I noticed that the surface of the tank and mask is quite clean. It does seem like they have been put aside. Doesn't seem like they've been put aside.
Oh, it's quite a coincidence actually. Yesterday was the equipment inspection day, so I cleaned everything in the duty room.
Huh? So was you cleaning the equipment?
Hey, why are you so worked up? I can't even clean my own stuff now.
No, that's not what I meant. Now all the traces of use on the oxygen tank and mask are gone.
Mr. McCann, I have another question.
Go ahead.
How long can the oxygen in this tank last? Approximately?
I haven't used it myself, but I read the manual. Based on an average adult's breathing rate, it should last around 2.5 hours, give or take.
2.5 hours is 150 minutes. 18% oxygen lasts for less than 30 minutes. If I remember correctly, the one-way trip by bucket to the mine takes 15 minutes. By the way, can the tank be refilled freely?
Oh, no way. Once it runs out, you have to go for a few kilometers to refill it at a supply station.
Can the oxygen tank be passed between several people and used alternately?
What? What are you talking about? Putting on the mask is actually quite tricky. Just taking it on and off takes a ton of effort. It's just not practical even for two folks to switch back and forth.
So it means this oxygen tank can only be used by a single person. And so far it has only been used for the amount of one round trip by bucket. I guess there's only one question left. Mr. McCann, I have one last question.
Go ahead. Go ahead, please.
I've asked this once morning, I've asked once this morning, but I want to confirm again just to be safe. In this case, have you really not seen anything else worth noting, besides what you mentioned in court?
Hey, you don't miss a thing, huh? I've said this so many times. I've spilled all the beans I got, and honestly I can't help with the rest.
Phew.
What's that creepy sound?
It seems like you've experienced it once before. Saves me the trouble of explaining it.
What are you talking about?
The final obstacle we need to overcome today is right here.
Longinus, 起動!
Crap! Not this again!
Mr. McCann, I'm glad you remember it. You should know what I'm planning to do. How about you just confess the concealed information and save us the trouble?
What concealed information? Let me tell you, once was enough. This time, every word out of my mouth is the truth.
Well, well. His resistance is unexpectedly strong. This time I don't know where the concealed information is. Before asking, I better analyze carefully and determine my strategy. Mr. McCann has been to court once, and during the investigation of the case, he was quite cooperative most of the time. He didn't have to do so much if he is the murderer or an accomplice in this case. The role he plays in this case is undoubtedly an observer. Based on this, what is the most likely concealed information from Mr. McCann? Yes, that's it. No matter who goes down the mine and how, they have to pass through the gate. Even if someone avoided the caged camera and reached the ground of the mine by bucket, they wouldn't have still been witnessed by Mr. McCann. Could the concealed information be in his testimony about the people he saw? Can't think of any other possibilities. Let's proceed from this angle. Mr. McCann, I've had a rough idea of the truth you've concealed.
Hey, Mr. Drake, I am an honest businessman. I did keep something from the young miss yesterday, but that's because I made a promise to someone else earlier. But if you're saying I'm lying today, I'm not having it.
Really? I don't have time to beat around the bush with you. Let's both be straightforward. Mr. McCann, you were standing behind the pine tree at the entrance of the park throughout the morning of the crime. In your testimony, you said you saw Nabuki, the victim, and Alex Jong. However, besides them, you must have seen other people, right?
Mr. Drake, I get that you're eager to crack this case, but throwing out accusations like this, that's not cool. Every person I saw were all captured by the cage's camera. Not one more, not one less. You really think I missed someone? Then show me some hard evidence, huh?
This guy really intends to resist to the end.
I guess the bucket chains? Yeah, the fingerprints.
Well then, let me be straightforward. At least one person reached the mine without being captured by the camera.
Really?
This person definitely exists, although their identity is not confirmed yet. The evidence is this.
Take this.
What's this? It's just a rusty old chain. How much is it? I'll take it.
It's originally yours, okay? It seems like you didn't finish listening to the trial today. Detective Sanford and I found decisive evidence on the iron chain. A fingerprint.
What?
It works. Alright, press on while I have the advantage. Mr. McCann, since there's a fingerprint on the chain, it means...
Whose fingerprint is it? Just say it.
Huh? The owner of the fingerprint hasn't been found yet.
Not found? That means it doesn't belong to anyone I know, right?
That's not necessarily the case. Please don't rush to a conclusion. I haven't finished yet. The appearance of a fingerprint means that someone has ridden the bucket from back and forth in the mine.
Hold up. I don't care what you're trying to say, but I was the one who personally supervised the bucket's installation. The shaft is strictly for coal transport. If you try riding it, you gotta have a death wish.
Because there's no oxygen, and it's filled with poisonous gas. But I have found a way to overcome those difficulties in this duty room. The thing that allows people to pass through the shaft unharmed is this.
Hold on, I'm gonna highlight this quickly. Okay.
Take this.
My rescue equipment.
That's right. With this oxygen tank and gas mask, even in the noxious shaft, one can pass through safely. This set of equipment is kept in your duty room, and many people have keys. More importantly, the tank is not full, The oxygen inside has already been used.
So, that's how it is.
What is it?
I got it. I got it now. I get what you're saying. You two look pretty beat. How about we just call it a day?
What? But I haven't finished my questions yet.
Do I really gotta say it again?
What? What's going on?
Whether it's this mine or this park, they're all under my thumb. I've already told you to get out. Do you want me to toss you out?
His resistance has returned to its peak. I've never seen such a situation before. But how can I give up at this point? No matter how much pressure there is, I have to proceed. Mr. McCann, I don't know why you act like this, but it's useless to resist in front of evidence.
I have no idea what you are on about. That so-called evidence all you've got doesn't hold water. You reckon you can slap on a mask and oxygen tank and stroll through that toxic shaft? Have you even given it a shot yourself?
Well, not really.
The tank ain't fully topped off, likely because of a leaky valve. That don't mean someone's used it. Yes, gotta be a leak. Ain't no other explanation.
This guy is really stubborn.
This stuff's been sitting in the cabin collecting dust for who knows how long. It's only natural something's busted by now.
He's completely been in a defensive mood. Any further attack would be futile. I need to find another tactic. What should I do?
Lure him.
Mr. McCann, you should know that reporting valuable clues to the police will be rewarded.
Reward? Never heard of it. How much?
Well, about $100 per clue.
Mr. Drake, are you joking or trying to make a fool out of me? $100 ain't even close to covering my dog's daily grub. You think I'm a beggar?
Shit.
What's your dog's food? Why is your dog's food more expensive than mine?
Wait, he has a dog? Oh, I didn't know Charlie has a dog.
Well. Have I lost my mind? How can I think of luring him? I need to think of another way. What should I do?
Threaten him?
Mr. McCann, you should be aware that there is a crime of perjury in our country's law.
Perjury? Are we in court now? Am I testifying?
No. I mean, you do know about the crime of harboring.
Harboring? Who am I harboring? You got any proof?
No. How about illegal operation?
Illegal operation? I got all the permits I need, and my tax records are squeaky clean, so where's the illegal part?
What?
I, Cash McCann, stand tall and proud. You won't pin any made-up crimes on me.
Uh-oh. Upon careful consideration, I don't have any leverage over Mr. McCann. Threatening doesn't seem to work. I need to think of another way. What should I do? Mr. McCann, you don't realize the seriousness of this incident?
I never said it wasn't serious, but murders are on the news of every day. Why are you so stuck on me?
I understand. It seems you didn't finish listening to today's trial. This case is more than just a simple murder. It's highly likely that an international criminal organization called Sky Shield's involved. I've heard of Sky Shield,
but I ain't making dough through shady means, and I ain't about to get mixed up with any criminal outfit. Even if they did the deed, it's just dumb like they picked my spot. How's that my problem?
I'm afraid the situation is not as simple as you think. It's not a mere coincidence for this park to be a crime scene. This piece of evidence can prove it.
The threatening letter, right? Yeah, the letter.
Take this.
What is this?
This is a card, or rather, a threatening letter, sent by Sky Shield to the victim, Graham Lemon. The police have confirmed that this letter did come from Sky Shield, and the name of your park is clearly written on it. Why did Sky Shield choose to meet the victim on your territory? Did your park hide something they need? Or is this place actually the branch of Sky Shield?
You better shut the hell up. I'm just a businessman, got nothing to do with him. I just saw something that worried me. Why are you throwing accusations at me like that?
Mr. McCann, it's easy to prove your innocence. Why don't you just tell us what you saw?
Don't push me. If you push me too far, none of us are walking away from this clean.
Fine. Actually, I didn't want to push you so far. I don't know what you saw, but I've known clearly who you saw. I think there's only one person whom you would be so desperate to protect. That is...
What person? Nobuki? But he mentioned Nobuki before, so... None of us are walking away from this clean. Oh, his wife? Oh, his wife. That's probably it. Yeah, because she said she's gonna be a witness in court in tomorrow's trial.
Take this.
I apologize for any offense, Mr. McCann. Although I don't have any evidence, it's self-evident that the person whom you are so desperate to protect is your wife, Sophia McCann, right?
Got him.
Enough.
We've said enough. Now it's your turn.
I got nothing else to say. Sophia, she's got nothing to do with this case.
I know it's hard for you, but...
Quit with the fake nice act. I ain't buying it. Don't believe me? Then go ahead and check. Knock yourselves out.
What's this?
This is from the gas mask someone just used. Haven't even cleaned it yet. Happy now?
Disposable plastic breathing tube. Oh yeah, that was missing.
This room, this park, all mine. Both of you, get out of here.
Did we get kicked out?
He just locked the door. It seems like he won't talk to us anymore.
Yes.
How could this happen? Could it be that the Verity Lance is no longer effective?
No. I can sense that his psychological defenses has indeed collapsed. But he forcibly commanded his body to make the action of clenching his teeth and pushing us out.
Really? How strong Mr. McConn's willpower is.
Indeed. Although I've obtained the answers I want, I have to say, Mr. McCann is a truly devoted man. Unwashed breathing tube. It likely still carries the DNA of the user. This evidence may be my trump card for tomorrow.
Chief, do you really think Sophia McCann...
There are some suspicious points about her, but the truth may be more complicated than we imagine. I've been a lawyer for many years, but I have encountered many opponents as formidable as her.
Formidable? Who? Sophia McCann?
Do you remember what she said when we met her in the abandoned area?
Huh? Yes. Mostly we talked about the car accident and something.
Try to recall what she said in detail.
I can't remember the exact date. Sophia McCann back then was just an ordinary migrant worker.
Migrant? You're not local? You're not a local?
No, I'm an orphan who came here alone to make a living. 2.5 years ago, on my way from home from work, a terrible car accident happened. Given the circumstances at the time, surviving was already a stroke of luck.
That's it.
Wow, how could you remember every single word? But I didn't find any problem.
Didn't you notice that? When she talked about the accident in every sentence, she either used the third-person pronouns.
Yeah, I picked up on that too. Is she not who she is? Who she says she is? Is she an imposter?
Or completely omitted the subject.
Ah, exactly. But what difference does that make?
I'm starting to suspect that she might have sensed the fact that she can't lie in front of us. Through her expression, or simply her sixth sense.
You mean She sensed the presence of Verity Lance?
I don't think anyone could imagine that this peculiar looking thing is a lie detector. Perhaps she just felt that it may not go well to lie to them. And based on her way of telling the story just now, even if all of her experiences of the car accident were fabricated, it wouldn't trigger the device at all.
Yes. It's like she's narrating someone else's experience.
Mr. McCann also knows nothing about the car accident, which further confirms my suspicion. Being able to accurately manipulate people's thoughts, she is definitely not a simple character.
Chief, you are not a bit less than her since you can see her through. But what's the meaning of Sophia McCann lying about a traffic accident?
I don't know. Let's confront her face to face in court tomorrow. Even if we set aside Sophia McCann, there's still many details in this case that I still have doubts about.
Me too. For example, every person we've encountered has no motive to kill the village chief. And there were 2 people who entered the mine through unconventional means. But only one person's portion was consumed in the oxygen tank.
I feel like we have missed some crucial information, which has led us to the predicament.
Is that so? Chief, do you have any idea about it?
If I had any, I would have told you already. Some things can only be figured out as we go along. Alright, Luna, today's investigation comes to an end. We finished earlier than expected. Is there anywhere else you'd like to go?
I don't have the leisure to eat snacks or do beauty treatments now. Let's go back to the detention center again and visit Annie.
Alright, you go talk to her, and I'll check with the detective interrogating her to see if there are any clues. If we leave now, we should arrive at around 5:30 p.m. We'll definitely make it.
So, okay, so are we switching to Luna now? December 23rd, 5:33 p.m., Detention Center. Oh no, we're going together.
Annie, we've come to see you again. Where's Annie?
I remember that the visiting hours at the detention center end at 6 o'clock. We're not late.
That girl has been taken away by the prosecution.
This voice is...
Oh wait, no, that's not. That's somebody else. Oh, it's Tessa.
Huh? Lily?
Chief? What did you call her? Huh. I've told you several times already not to call me in that official setting. That in official settings. That hasn't been my name for a while.
Oh, shit. Oh, that was actually her? Oh, I thought she was her sister or something, because I'm like, it's kind of weird how they just brought up Lily, but not mention, like, anyone that's related to her. So I was like, okay. Okay, so this is Lily. So this was Lily the whole time. Okay, I thought she was Lily's sister or something.
Well, my apologies. I got used to it. Then I'll call you Detective Sanford like Luna does.
Excuse me? Detective Sanford, what do you mean by saying the prosecution took Annie away? Calm down, sweetie. The prosecutor isn't a kidnapper. I think it's likely Silas discovered some new information and wanted to question her for another round. Huh? Is that so? So indeed, Silas Schubert has taken over the case. I'm afraid you probably won't have a chance to meet her again today.
Did you come all the way here just to inform us about this?
Huh, do I look that idle? I did come here specifically, not for that girl, but for you two.
For us?
That's right, but here's not a good place for talking. Do you have a better choice?
Why don't you come to our office? There won't be any outsiders for sure.
Sounds good. My car is parked outside, so I'll give you a ride back.
Thank you then.
December 23rd, 6:04 p.m., Drake and Thomas Coe.
Our tea expert has been taken away by you. I apologize for the bar hospitality.
No need for tea. I won't be staying for long. So, Detective Sanford, can you tell us what happened? Well, don't rush. Let me explain one thing at a time. How about starting with incident number 7615 years ago? What's wrong? You look so hesitant.
It's fine for us, but are you okay to bring up that case?
Do you really think so lowly of me? Don't worry.
Alright.
Alright.
Detective Sanford, since you chose to bring up this topic at this moment, it means that the police believe there is a connection between the current case and that incident, right?
Huh. You're still the same as before. Always speculating about others' thoughts. As for you, sweetie, your appearance hasn't changed much, but your personality seems to be quite different. I think among the three of us, Detective Sanford, you have changed the most. Is that so? I never thought we would have a chance to gather like this. Well, that incident was years ago, and my stance now is very different from back then. Alright, let's leave the catching up after the case. Do you still remember the case that led to the death of my husband?
Of course, it was the most thrilling case in my career as a lawyer.
Yes, it was my first case in court. I'll never forget it.
2 heads of Sky Shield, Cerberus and Snowflake, planned a bomb attack on the stadium of the Universal Games. Detective Caliber and Stone set a trap as an undercover agent, Trios, and captured Sane's English, who was actually Cerberus. And that triggered a series of events.
Yes, this case left behind some huge doubts that we still can't figure out to this day. Are you referring to the person who killed Caliber and Stone? At this point, delving into the identity of the killer is not important anymore. His death was undoubtedly caused by Sky Shield. I will hold the entire organization accountable for this blood debt. It makes no difference to me which member did it.
I understand.
What I want to talk about is a more troublesome fact. The whereabouts of the high-powered bomb HMBX-3000 stolen by Sky Shield.
You mean, the bomb that was not detonated 5 years ago?
Yes, it has been the most troublesome issue for the Interpol these years.
It has been 5 years since incident number 761. How is it possible that the police still haven't found the bomb?
Huh, you've really hit a sore spot there. The bomb is not small in size, with a metal casing and detachable high explosive inside, which makes it not easy to transport.
Oh damn, it's that big. Oh, this must be the recording from Caliburn. Oh no, these are all the heads. Codename Kalens, gender unknown, age unknown, location unknown, leader of Sky Shield, no information currently available. He or she was reported by members of Sky Shield to have appeared in multiple countries, but the current location remains undetermined. Tuna, okay. Female, unknown, in the United States. Mastermind behind the theft of the time bomb HMBX-3000, confirmed to be an American woman, rarely appears in public and does not participate in any attacks or criminal activities of Sky Shield. Investigation temporarily shelved. Addendum sees all activities after incident number 761, suspected to have left the organization. Okay. Cerberus. Yeah, male 50, location domestic. Yeah. Former Special Forces operative and a key surveillance target frequently active within the country. Highly suspected to be Sane's English, professor at public university. Addendum confirmed that Sane's English died in incident number 761. Quadrant. Unknown. Technician of Sky Shield. Developed various communication devices and even weaponry. Rarely participates in criminal activities, seemingly only providing technical experience. Scientist should be the focus of surveillance. Addendum confirmed to be a domestic scientist. Joseph Crimson died in a murder scene. Yeah, that was the last case. Yeah, man, they're really losing their members left and right, huh? Codename, Hand, male, age 43, Southeast Asia. The only known head of Sky Shield, a drug lord of the Golden Triangle. The real name is Nguyen No Kang. The financial provider for Sky Shield, a wanted criminal constantly pursued by Interpol, still active in Southeast Asia. Addendum, shot to death by Interpol. Okay, so Interpol killed his ass, okay. And then there's Snowflake. Yeah. Executioner of Sky Shield, highly trained assassin, skilled in throwing sharp weapons, never uses firearms or explosives. Several confirmed murders have been attributed to Snowflake. Survivors describe Snowflake as a petite woman pending verification. Confirmed to be Erika Kuzio, a citizen of the Republic of Neon. Died in a plane crash. She's dead too? Oh, I thought she got away. No, she died. She's dead. Oh shit, she's dead too. And Trio, and it's Caliburn, yeah. I gained Kellen's trust, and okay, the game police dead. Okay, yeah. And he's dead, yeah. Wow, most of the Sky Shield most of the higher up members of Sky Shield are dead. He's dead. She's dead. This guy's dead too. He's dead. He's dead too. This person's still around, and this person. Yeah, most of them are dead. Wow, they must be pretty close to falling apart then.
Wait, I remember that the Crimson Ultra Realistic Robot Research Center was also involved in the case 5 years ago. Now that it's confirmed that Joseph Crimson is connected to the Sky Shield, could the bomb be in his possession? How could I not think of it? Not just the research center, but all the places related to Joseph Crimson have been searched inch by inch. And the end all we obtained was the bomb remote control. Right, speaking of the remote control, what happened to the tracking device later on? Huh, that's the most weird part. Since Annie's case happened, the signal has completely disappeared. Huh? It still hasn't restored until now?
Could it be that the holder of the remote control hid it in a place where the signal couldn't transmit?
That's a reasonable inference. It's also possible that the tracking device has been discovered and destroyed. We hope your hypothesis is the truth, because such an important item wouldn't be hidden all the time.
You mean, when its holder encounters an emergency, they would transfer it?
Yes, not only transfer it, but perhaps use it as well. The police can only count on that momentary chance.
Use? Has the police already known the purpose of Sky Shield? Detective Sanford, I don't know much about how you can disclose about this matter, but please allow me to ask.
Just say it.
The warning letter about the attack was sent to you by Sky Shield several days ago, right?
Yes, I've already informed your lawyer girl about it.
Does the grudge from 5 years ago refer to the death of Sans English?
Pretty much. Since his death, the frequency and quality of Sky Shield's activities have significantly declined. Many members of Interpol believe that this Cerberus was the actual founder and manipulator of Sky Shield. His death may have been a significant blow to the other heads. As a result, they see our country's police as revenge targets.
I see. What caught my attention is the letter. In the letter is the words that follow. They plan to plunge the entire city into the abyss on Christmas Eve, which is tomorrow night. Shortly after the notice was received, your evidence room was attacked, and the bomb remote control was stolen at the same time. These two incidents are probably connected, right?
You're indeed a perceptive person. Due to my position and responsibility, there are some things I cannot fully disclose to you. Just keep this information in your heart, and use it wisely.
I understand. In this case, the target of Sky Shield seems to have some clues. However, how is this connected to the village chief's murder and Annie's arrest? The answer may only be revealed during the trial.
Well, I've revealed a lot of incredible news to you again. But, sweethearts, you should understand what I mean when I chose to talk to you here. You just spoke to us in a personal capacity, not as a police officer, right? You're smart, to tell the truth. I've added a bit of personal touch to the case. I have an extraordinary fixation on Sky Shield, and I believe both of you can understand why.
Of course, this fixation belongs not only to you, but also to the entire of Drake and Thomas Co.
That's right. Besides rescuing Annie, we also have to bring every member of Sky Shield to justice. Good. That's why I feel that both of you are trustworthy after all. I have a premonition that the enemy we're facing this time is beyond both the police and prosecution's abilities. To prevent the worst from happening, and to strike Sky Shield, we may need cooperation between lawyers, prosecutors, and police. That's why I came here to disclose this information. Well, that's all I have to say. Detective Sanford.
Understood.
If you miss this opportunity because of your incompetence, I won't let you off easy, sweethearts.
I can't promise anything, but as long as it's something we should do, we will definitely do it well.
That would be enough. Well then, it's time to leave. I look forward to your performance at tomorrow's trial. Chief?
It seems we have another reason not to lose.
Of course. Detective Sanford has really helped me many times. Many times, actually. We definitely cannot disappoint her now.
Yes, the final battle will be tomorrow. Let's go over the evidence one last time. I'm leaning against the window of the office, watching Detective Sanford's car gradually fade away in the night. At this moment, the claws of Sky Shield are probably already stirring the city. Will tomorrow's trial unleash an unprecedented storm? Deep inside my heart, I have a very uneasy feeling. Just like the trial 5 years ago. Is it because the heads of Sky Shield might be involved in this case? No. Perhaps what awaits us ahead is a truth even more terrifying than that.
December 24th, 9:11 a.m., District Court Defendant Lobby. Alright, I'm ending it here, but first, let me take a look at this. So, Tuna, female, age unknown, United States. Suspected. Could she be Tuna? Although 5 years. Wait, when was the bomb stolen? Ceased all activities and confirmed to be American. Is she American? We don't actually know her nationality because it's pretty hard to tell from the fucking art. Yeah. Don't know. But right now, we'll call it here. Farewell for now. And we'll see you in the next stream, which will probably be the trial.